Alright, check this out. Are you ready? Like actually ready to hit some trails, but maybe, just maybe, you don't want to feel like you've climbed a mountain afterwards? You know that feeling, right? You want the awesome views, the fresh air, that little bit of adventure, but without committing your entire soul and your legs to some crazy endurance test. If that's you, then you are in exactly the right place, my friend. Because today, we are diving deep into something I'm super passionate about, finding those amazing spots that are easy to get to, easy to do, and still totally blow your mind. Let's get into it. So maybe you're new to this whole hiking thing, a total nature newbie, and that's awesome. Welcome. Or perhaps you're like me sometimes, you just want something a bit more easygoing, something chill for the weekend. The East Coast, let me tell you, is absolutely packed, overflowing even, with these incredible beginner-friendly hikes. These are the kinds of trails that deliver those massive, Instagram-worthy views, those moments of peace and quiet, but without all the stress and hardcore preparation. We're talking maximum reward for, let's be honest, a pretty chill amount of effort. It's about getting out there and experiencing it. We're going to be looking at everything from stunning coastal boardwalks where you can smell the salt in the air, to peaceful forest strolls where the trees just kind of hug you. This guide, this whole video, is dedicated to uncovering 10, count them, 10 easy trails that are absolutely perfect for your next weekend escape, or even just a spontaneous Tuesday adventure if that's your vibe. These are places I've explored, places I love, and places I know you're going to love too. No crazy gear needed, no months of training, just you, maybe some sneakers, and a desire to see something cool. Seriously, the East Coast has got these hidden gems and not so hidden ones that are just waiting for you to discover them. It's not about conquering nature, it's about enjoying it, connecting with it, even if it's just for an hour or two. Think of this as your curated list, your inside scoop, to making the most of the incredible outdoors without needing to be a seasoned pro. So grab a coffee, get comfortable, maybe even open up a map on your phone because you're going to want to take notes. Your next adventure is literally just around the corner, and it's going to be epic in the most relaxed way possible. Okay, first up on our list, and this one's a classic for a reason, we're heading to Great Falls Park in Virginia. Now if you're anywhere near Washington, D.C., like, this is practically in your backyard. It's that close, and what you get here is just, wow, we're talking absolutely stunning waterfalls, the kind that roar, the kind that make you feel small in the best possible way. Plus, there are these beautiful forest trails that wind through the trees, offering shade and that amazing earthy smell. It's an escape that feels worlds away, even though it's super accessible, which is key, right? And the best part, you don't need to be some hardcore hiker to experience it. The park offers these incredibly easy walks along the Potomac River. Imagine strolling alongside this powerful, historic river, the water rushing by, birds chirping, maybe you see a deer. It's incredibly peaceful. This isn't about scaling treacherous cliffs or navigating confusing backcountry. It's about accessible beauty, about making these incredible natural wonders available to pretty much everyone, regardless of your fitness level or experience. It's just you and the river, taking it all in at your own pace. Now let's talk specifics because that's what we're here for. The Potomac Canal Trail, this is your golden ticket. It's less than 2 miles, can you believe that? And it's mostly flat. I'm talking super flat, like you could probably do it in your casual Friday sneakers, no problem. Along this trail there are these scenic overlooks perfectly placed, almost like they knew you'd want to stop and just stare. These aren't just little peekaboo views, these are full-on, jaw-dropping vistas of the falls and the gorge. It's efficient beauty, you know? The whole vibe here is that it's designed to blow your mind without, and this is crucial, breaking your back, or your spirit, or your will to ever hike again. It's the perfect spot for a morning escape. Wake up, grab a coffee, head out to Great Falls, and you can be back before lunch feeling refreshed, inspired, and like you've actually something amazing with your day. It's about integrating these little adventures into your life without it becoming a whole production. That's the magic of a place like this. Easily accessible and incredibly rewarding. So you're on the Potomac Canal Trail, you're cruising along, feeling good, and then you hit the trail highlight, Overlook 2. Guys, listen, if you're bringing a camera, and you totally should, this is where you get that iconic postcard perfect shot of the falls. The angle is just right, the perspective is incredible, and you can really capture the scale and the power of the water cascading down the rocks. It's one of those places where you'll take one photo, then another, then like 20 more, just because it's that good. But it's not just about the photos, even though they'll be amazing. It's about the experience of standing there, at Overlook 2, feeling the mist, if the wind is right, hearing that constant powerful roar of the water. It's a sensory overload in the best possible way. You're witnessing raw nature, but from a vantage point that's safe, secure, and super easy to get to. There's no sketchy scrambling involved, no, am I going to fall? Moments. It's pure awe, delivered right to you. It's a reminder of how incredible our planet is, right there for the viewing. And while the falls are undeniably the main event, the park itself has so much more to offer even on these easy trails. You're walking along the historic Pataumac Canal, one of the first canal systems in the US, so there's this cool layer of history everywhere. You can see the old locks, imagine what it was like back in the day. Plus, the forest is alive with wildlife. Keep your eyes peeled for birds, squirrels, maybe even a turtle sunning itself. It's a rich environment that offers more than just a single pretty picture. It's an immersive experience. Ultimately, Overlook 2 and Great Falls Park as a whole are fantastic for beginners because they offer such a quick and massive reward. You don't have to hike for hours to see something spectacular. It's almost instant gratification, which can be super motivating if you're just starting out. You get that I was there moment, that incredible photo, that lasting memory, all within a very manageable and enjoyable outing. It sets the bar high for easy hikes, proving that you don't need to suffer to see something truly breathtaking. Alright, next up we're shifting gears a little bit, heading up to Newport, Rhode Island for something truly unique. This isn't your typical deep woods hike, this is the Cliff Walk. And if you're looking for a mix, like a really cool, unexpected blend of opulence and raw, natural beauty, then seriously, this is your spot. Imagine strolling along a path where on one side you've got these crashing Atlantic waves and on the other, jaw-dropping, Gilded Age mansions. It's wild. It's like two completely different worlds colliding in the most spectacular way possible. The Newport Cliff Walk is famous for this exact reason. It masterfully blends that rugged coastal scenery. We're talking rocky cliffs, salty air, endless ocean views, with these absolutely historic, almost palace-like mansions. These aren't just big houses, these are the summer cottages, and I use that term very loosely of families like the Vanderbilts. So as you're walking, you're literally passing by these incredible pieces of architectural history, each with its own story, its own grandeur. It's a walk that feels both invigoratingly natural and incredibly cultured at the same time. Now, for us beginner-friendly folks, here's the good news. Large sections of the Cliff Walk are paved and super manageable. This makes it absolutely ideal if you're not looking for a technical challenge, but still want an unforgettable experience. I especially recommend the stretch that starts around Easton's Beach, also known as First Beach, and heads towards 40 Steps. This part is generally smoother, wider, and offers some of the most iconic views of both the ocean and the mansions. It's perfect for a leisurely stroll, not a strenuous trek. And as you walk, you're constantly accompanied by the sound of the waves crashing below. It's this rhythmic, powerful soundtrack to your journey. You can feel the ocean breeze, smell the salt, and see the seagulls soaring overhead. Then you glance over, and there's this immaculate lawn, a perfectly preserved mansion that looks like it's straight out of a movie. It's this constant, delightful contrast. It's not just a walk. It's an experience that engages all your senses and sparks your imagination about a completely different era. So, the full Cliff Walk is about 3.5 miles one way, which might sound like a bit if you're just looking for a quick outing. But here's the pro tip. You absolutely do not have to do the whole thing to get the magic. Even if you just tackle a 1-mile section, or even a little less, you'll get a fantastic taste of what makes this place so special. Pick a starting point, walk for a bit, soak it all in, and then wander back. It's super flexible that way, which is perfect when you're trying to keep things easy and enjoyable. What makes it so incredibly special, beyond just the views, is that contrast I was talking about. You're walking on public land, this accessible path, right at the edge of these incredibly private, opulent estates. It's like getting a little peek into a world of unimaginable wealth and history, all while being surrounded by the raw, untamed beauty of the Atlantic coastline. It tells a story of ambition, of artistry, of a very specific time in American history, and you're walking right through the middle of it. It's more than just exercise, it's a journey through time. And don't let the Gilded Age grandeur intimidate you if you're thinking this is too fancy for a casual hike. It's really not. The paved sections especially make it super accessible. You'll see people of all ages, all fitness levels, out enjoying the path. You don't need hiking boots, comfortable sneakers are totally fine. It's about making this unique historical and natural landscape open for everyone to appreciate. It's a testament to the idea that beauty, both man-made and natural, should be shared and experienced. Even if you only walk a short portion, say from Salve Regina University down to 40 steps and back, you'll leave with some incredible memories and, let's be real, some amazing photos. It's the kind of walk that feels like an event, something different from your standard park trail. You get that feeling of accomplishment, that you've seen something truly unique without ever feeling overwhelmed. It's a perfect example of a beginner-friendly trail that offers a 5-star experience. It's a must-do if you're anywhere near Newport. Trust me on this one. Alright, so you're in Boston or near Boston, and the city's starting to feel, well, like a city. You need that quick hit of nature, that reset button, but you don't have all day. Enter Blue Hills Reservation. This place, it's like right there just south of the city. You can practically smell the Dunkin' from the trailhead, but then boom, you're in the woods. It's the ultimate escape hatch when you need to trade skyscrapers for actual sky, and pavement for, actual earth under your feet. It's not about some epic week-long trek, it's about that instant dose of green. Now, Blue Hills isn't just one trail, it's a whole network. Dozens of them crisscrossing this surprisingly rugged landscape. You could spend weeks here and not hike the same path twice, which is pretty wild considering how close it is to a major metro area. But we're not trying to get lost, not today. We're here for the views, for that feeling of being on top of something, looking back at where you just were. And for that, there's one trail that just nails it. Especially if you're not trying to conquer Everest before lunch. It's about smart effort, maximum reward. We're talking about the Blue Hill Skyline Trail, but specifically the loop version. This isn't some crazy endurance test, it's a solid 3-mile circuit. And yeah, it's a little rocky in spots, you're gonna feel it a bit in your legs, but that's kind of the point, right? It's manageable, totally doable for anyone with a decent pair of sneakers and the foresight to bring a bottle of water. You don't need fancy poles or a backpack that weighs more than your dog. This is accessible adventure, the kind that reminds you that getting outside doesn't have to be complicated, and the payoff? Oh, the payoff is good. You get up there and suddenly Boston skyline is laid out in front of you. It's one of those moments where you just stop, take a breath and think, yeah, this was worth it. You feel like you've genuinely escaped, like you've accomplished something, even if it only took an hour or two. It's that perfect blend of a little bit of work for a whole lot of wow. That's what Blue Hills offers, an immediate upgrade to your day just a few miles from the city grind. So, what do you need for this Blue Hills adventure? Honestly, not much. This isn't about spending a fortune at REI though, I love REI. But for this, keep it simple. A good pair of sneakers, something with a bit of grip because, like I said, it gets a little rocky. Don't show up in flip-flops, that's just asking for a bad time. And water, definitely bring water. Even on a cool day, on a 3-mile hike with some ups and downs, you're gonna want it. Maybe a small backpack for your water, your phone, keys, the usual essentials, that's it. The best place to kick things off is the Trailside Museum. Seriously, make this your starting point. Why? Easy parking for one. That alone can be a game changer when you're trying to get out for a quick hike. Plus, they've got info, maps, maybe even some rangers you can chat with if you've got questions. It just takes all the guesswork out of it. You park, you get your bearings, and you hit the trail. It's streamlined, efficient, no fuss, just how an escape from the city should be, easy to initiate. And let's talk about that manageable aspect again because it's important. This trail, the Skyline Loop, it's designed to be rewarding without being punishing. You'll encounter some uneven terrain, a few little climbs that get your heart rate up, but it's nothing that requires specialized training or superhuman fitness. If you can walk around the city for a few hours, you can handle this. It's about participation, not about proving you're a seasoned mountaineer. It's for everyone who just wants to get a little elevation and a big view. Ultimately, Blue Hills is about that quick, satisfying adventure. You can wake up, decide you need some nature, and be on the trail within an hour if you're in the Boston area. You get your hike in, you see those amazing skyline views, and you can be back in time for whatever else your day holds. It's efficient, it's beautiful, and it's a reminder that sometimes the best adventures are the ones hiding in plain sight, right in your own backyard. So go find it, it's waiting for you. Alright, next up we're heading to Maine, Kittery to be exact. Now, when you think Maine, you might picture rugged, rocky coastlines, intense climbs up granite cliffs, that whole dramatic, windswept vibe. And yeah, Maine's got plenty of that. But what if you want that coastal Maine charm, that salty air, those lighthouse views without the quad-burning, lung-busting effort? What if you just want to chill by the ocean? That's where Fort Foster comes in. This place is different. Fort Foster Trail, it's not about elevation gain, it's about ease. It's a flat, oceanside path that just invites you to stroll. This is the kind of place you go when you want to soak in the scenery without feeling like you're training for a marathon. It's accessible, it's calm, and it's got this incredible, understated beauty. You're right there. With the waves doing their thing, the smell of the sea, the whole 9 yards, it's perfect for those days when your ambition for a hike is more about relaxation than conquering peaks. And the views? Classic Maine, but delivered on a silver platter. You've got lighthouses dotting the horizon, Whaleback Light, Portsmouth Harbor Light, those iconic sentinels of the sea. You'll see them standing guard, just like they have for ages. Then there are the rocky shores, perfect for exploring tide pools, or just sitting and watching the boats go by. It's the kind of scenery that makes you want to whip out your phone for a picture every 5 minutes, but also just put it away and absorb it all. It's that good, that quintessential coastal New England feel. But here's a cool twist. Fort Foster isn't just about pretty views, it's got history. Real, tangible history. You'll find these old World War-era bunkers scattered around, remnants of when this peaceful spot was a key coastal defense site. It adds this whole other layer to the experience. You're walking along, enjoying the ocean breeze, and then stumble upon these concrete structures, imagining what it was like back then. It's a little bit of adventure, a little bit of history lesson, all wrapped up in a beautiful coastal package. It makes the walk more than just a walk. So what's the vibe at Fort Foster? It's all about the chill day outdoors. This is prime picnic territory. Seriously, pack some snacks, pack a lunch, find a good spot overlooking the water, and just hang out. There are picnic tables, grassy areas, plenty of places to spread out a blanket. It's not a rush-through-it kind of trail. It's a linger-and-enjoy kind of place. Let the kids run around, read a book, skip some rocks. It's about slowing down and savoring that coastal Maine atmosphere without any pressure. One of the best things about Fort Foster is that it still feels like a bit of a secret, a lesser-known gem. While other coastal spots in Maine might be absolutely packed, especially in the summer, Fort Foster often maintains this sense of quiet, of tranquility. You're not elbowing your way through crowds to get a view. You can find your own little nook, your own piece of the coastline, and just enjoy the peace. That's becoming increasingly rare, that feeling of discovering a place that hasn't been completely overrun. It's special. Now here's a pro tip, and it's a good one. Try to go early in the day, or consider visiting during the off-season. Like any beautiful coastal spot, it can get busier during peak summer afternoons. But if you hit it early morning, you might have the place practically to yourself, with that amazing morning light glinting off the water. Or if you go in the spring or fall, you get a different kind of beauty, often with fewer people. It's just about being a little strategic to maximize that peaceful hidden gem experience. The overall takeaway for Fort Foster? It's pure, easy coastal Maine charm. It's for when you want the beauty, without the beast of a hike. It's for families, for couples, for solo wanderers who just want to connect with the ocean and enjoy some history. It's a reminder that incredible outdoor experiences don't always require scaling mountains. Sometimes a flat path by the sea, with a lighthouse in the distance, and a bunker to explore, is exactly what you need. It's simple, it's beautiful, and it's totally worth the visit. Okay, let's talk about something with some serious scale, some real history, the C&O Canal towpath in Maryland. This thing is epic. We're talking 184 miles of pathway stretching all the way from Washington, D.C. up to Cumberland, Maryland. Imagine that, 184 miles of human history, of commerce, of nature reclaiming its space. It follows the route of the old Chesapeake and Ohio Canal, where mules used to tow barges loaded with goods. It's like stepping back in time but with better sneakers. That sheer length is just mind-boggling when you think about it. But here's the crucial part. Don't let that 184-mile number scare you off. You don't have to be an ultra-marathoner or a long-distance cyclist to enjoy the C&O Canal, not at all. The beauty of this towpath is its accessibility and its divisibility. You're not committing to the whole thing unless you really want to. The idea here is to choose your own adventure, to bite off a manageable, enjoyable chunk. Think of it as an a la carte menu of historical, natural goodness. You pick the section that calls to you. So, what makes these sections so appealing, especially for a more casual outing? 3 key things: it's flat, it's shaded, and it's steeped in history. Flat is fantastic because it means anyone can do it. Kids, grandparents, people who just want an easy stroll. Shaded is a lifesaver, especially in the summer months, with a beautiful tree canopy often arching over the path. And historic? Well, every mile has a story. From old lock houses to aqueducts, tangible pieces of the past right there beside you as you walk or bike. The choose-your-own-adventure aspect is really what makes the C&O Canal towpath shine for everyone. You can decide to do a quick 1 mile out and back, or a slightly longer 2 or 3 mile loop if there's a connecting trail. You can tailor it perfectly to your time, your energy levels, and what you want to see. No pressure, no crazy logistics. Just find an access point, park your car, and start exploring. It's that simple to tap into this incredible resource. It's history and nature made easy. So, where do you hop on this historic highway? There are tons of access points, but a couple of really popular and scenic spots to consider are near Great Falls Tavern or around Harper's Ferry. Great Falls Tavern Visitor Center is a fantastic starting point because, well, it's got the tavern, which is now a museum, and it's right near the spectacular Great Falls of the Potomac. You get history and dramatic nature all in one. Harper's Ferry, where Maryland, Virginia, and West Virginia meet, offers incredible views and a super charming historic town to explore before or after your walk. And the C&O isn't just for walking. Oh no, this path is a dream for cyclists. Because it's so flat and generally well maintained, it's perfect for a leisurely bike ride. You can cover more ground, feel the breeze, and still soak in all that history and nature. Whether you're on foot or on 2 wheels, the experience is immersive. You're moving at a pace where you can really appreciate the details, the way the light filters through the trees, the sound of the water, the old stone structures. It's a multi-sensory journey. Keep your eyes peeled, because one of the underrated joys of the C&O Canal towpath is the wildlife. Because it's a protected corridor, and it runs alongside the Potomac River for much of its length, there's always something moving. You're almost guaranteed to see turtles sunning themselves on logs, herons wading in the shallows, deer peeking out from the woods, maybe even beavers or muskrats in the canal itself. It adds that extra layer of discovery to your walk or ride, a little bit of wildness mixed in with the history. Ultimately, the C&O Canal towpath is for pretty much everyone. It's fantastic for families with kids because it's safe, flat, and engaging. It's great for solo hikers or bikers looking for some peaceful time in nature, a place to clear their head. It's for history buffs who want to connect with the past in a tangible way. It's just this incredibly versatile, welcoming place. You get exercise, you get education, you get beauty. It's a true gem, and the best part is, you can experience it in whatever dose works for you. Alright, next up we're heading to Pennsylvania to a place that sounds almost mythical, Hawk Mountain Sanctuary. Now you hear Hawk Mountain, you think, okay, birdwatchers, binoculars, the whole deal. And yeah, it's a legit global hotspot for watching raptors cruise the skyways, especially during migration. But here's the thing, this spot, it's not just for the hardcore ornithologists, you know? It's for anyone who wants a dose of wild, a killer view, and a trail that won't leave you begging for mercy. It's a sanctuary, and that word means something. It's a place set aside, protected, a refuge not just for birds, but for your soul too, if you let it. It's about getting up high and seeing something incredible. So, let's talk trails, because that's why we're here, right? They've got options, but for the beginner, the first-timer, the person who just wants to see what the fuss is all about without committing to an epic trek, there's the Lookout Trail. We're talking a mere 0.75 miles. That's it, 3/4 of a mile. You can practically do that on your coffee break. It's one of those quick wins, you know? A short investment for a massive payoff. It's the kind of trail where you spend more time soaking in the views than worrying about your next step. It's designed to get you to the good stuff, fast. No crazy inclines, no technical bits, just a straightforward path to something awesome. And that good stuff, it's the Raptor viewing platform. Imagine this. You've had a nice little stroll, nothing too strenuous, and then boom, you step out onto this platform, and the world just opens up. You're perched on the edge of the Kittatinny Ridge, looking out over this vast expanse of forest and valley, and then you see them, hawks, eagles, falcons, just soaring, riding the thermals like they own the sky because, well, they kinda do. It's like an airport runway, but for some of the most majestic birds on the planet. You feel the wind, you see these incredible creatures in their element, and it's just powerful. It makes you feel small, but in a good way. The whole vibe of Hawk Mountain, it's more than just the trail or the birds. It's the air up there, it's crisp, it's clean. It's the quiet, broken only by the wind or the call of a distant bird. It's knowing you're in a place that's been dedicated to conservation and research for decades. There's a history there, a commitment to understanding and protecting these amazing animals. So, even that short walk to the lookout trail, it feels significant. You're not just taking a hike, you're tapping into something bigger, a legacy of respect for the wild. It's a place that commands a certain reverence, a quiet awe. Section 2, Beyond the Roost. Now what if that 3/4 of a mile just whets your appetite? What if you get to that lookout, see those raptors and think, okay, I need a little more of this mountain magic? Well, Hawk Mountain has you covered. You can extend your adventure onto the River of Rocks Trail. Don't let the name intimidate you too much, it's still considered beginner-friendly, but it definitely kicks things up a notch. It's where you go if you want to feel a bit more like you're, a bit more texture under your feet, a little more engagement with the terrain. It's the next step, literally. The River of Rocks itself is a wild sight. Imagine a massive, ancient stream of boulders, like a frozen stone river flowing down the mountainside through the trees. It's a geological wonder, this sprawling field of quartzite rocks, and walking alongside it or sometimes carefully across parts of it is a unique experience. It's a bit rockier, like the name says, so you'll want to watch your footing, maybe take it a little slower, but it's the kind of rocky that's interesting, that makes you think about where you're putting your feet, not the kind that makes you wish you'd stayed home. It's a cool contrast to the smoother forest paths. When's the ultimate time to hit up Hawk Mountain? Hands down, it's the fall. September, October, even into November. Why? 2 words. Foliage and raptors. The hillsides just explode into this insane tapestry of reds, oranges, and yellows. It's like nature just cranks up the saturation dial to 11. And then, add to that the peak hawk migration. Thousands of birds. Seriously, thousands. They use this mountain ridge as a superhighway on their journey south. So you've got this incredible color, this crisp autumn air, and the sky alive with these magnificent birds. It's a spectacle, a natural event you won't forget. So Hawk Mountain isn't just another trail on a list. It's an experience. It's a chance to witness one of nature's great migrations, to stand on a mountain that's a legend in the conservation world. It's about connecting with something ancient, something wild. Whether you do the easy stroll to the lookout or venture a bit further to the River of Rocks, you're getting more than just exercise. You're getting perspective. You're getting a story to tell. And in the fall, you're getting a front row seat to one of the East Coast's most incredible natural shows. Get out there. Alright, let's shift gears and head way down south to South Carolina, to a place that feels like it's straight out of a prehistoric movie, Congaree National Park. This isn't your typical mountain hike. Oh no, we're talking about stepping into an old-growth bottomland hardwood forest. Think massive trees, a lush canopy, and a vibe that's just different. It's a national park, which tells you right away this place is special, a protected treasure. It's home to some of the tallest trees on the East Coast, and you can feel that ancient energy the moment you step inside. It's like the air is thicker, quieter, full of secrets. The star of the show for beginner hikers, or really anyone who wants an immersive, easy experience, is the Boardwalk Loop Trail. This isn't some rickety, swaying bridge. We're talking a solid, elevated pathway that winds its way for 2.4 miles through the heart of this incredible ecosystem. Being elevated is key here. It means you're walking above the swampy ground, keeping your feet dry, but more importantly, it gives you this unique perspective, like you're floating through the forest. It's accessible, it's comfortable, and it lets you focus entirely on the mind-blowing scenery all around you. It's a genius way to experience this kind of environment. And that scenery? Man, You're surrounded by these towering bald cypress trees, some of them hundreds of years old, their massive trunks flaring out at the base, their knees poking up from the dark, tannin-stained water. It's like walking among giants. Then there are the tupelos, the oaks, the maples, all creating this dense cathedral-like canopy overhead that filters the sunlight into these ethereal green shafts. It's a swampy forest, yes, but forget any negative connotations. This is a vibrant, living, breathing place full of a kind of beauty you just don't find everywhere. It's serene, almost primeval. One of the best things about the boardwalk loop, it's shaded and flat, seriously flat. You could probably do this trail in your flip-flops, though sneakers are always a good idea. The shade from those massive trees means that even on a hot South Carolina day, it's surprisingly cool and pleasant down on the boardwalk. This makes it absolutely perfect for families, for folks who aren't looking for a strenuous climb, or for anyone who just wants to take a slow, meditative stroll through an extraordinary landscape. It's all about immersion without the exertion. It's a gentle giant of a trail. Now, a place like Congaree, teeming with life, you know there's going to be wildlife, and the boardwalk loop is like a front row seat to the show. Keep your eyes peeled and your ears open. You might hear the hoot of a barred owl, even during the day. They're pretty common here. Look down into the water and you'll spot turtles basking on logs, fish gliding through the dark water, maybe even a snake or two, from a safe distance on the boardwalk, of course. It's a living ecosystem, and you're right in the middle of it, a guest in their world. And then there's the chance of seeing something a little more elusive, a little wilder. The park literature mentions the occasional bobcat. Now, are you guaranteed to see one? No way. But just knowing they're out there, that these wild creatures call this ancient forest home, adds this extra layer of thrill, of authenticity. It reminds you that you're in a truly wild place, not some manicured park. Every rustle in the undergrowth, every splash in the water, it holds a little bit of mystery, a little bit of that wild magic. It's what makes exploring these places so addictive. People say Congaree feels like another world, and they are not kidding. It's the combination of those colossal trees, the still dark water reflecting the sky, the chorus of frogs and insects, the way the light filters down. It's a sensory overload in the best possible way. You step off the parking lot pavement and onto that boardwalk, and it's like you've crossed a threshold into a different dimension, a different time. It's humbling, honestly, to stand in a forest that has been growing and evolving for centuries, largely untouched by the outside world. It makes you think. And here's a kicker that makes it even better. Congaree National Park is free to enter. No entrance fee, $0. You get to experience this absolutely unique, world-class natural wonder. And it doesn't cost you a dime to walk through the gate. That's incredible. It makes it accessible to everyone. So, why Congaree? Because it's unlike anywhere else. It's a chance to walk through an ancient swamp forest, to see trees that will blow your mind, and to feel that deep, quiet sense of wonder that only a place this old and this wild can give you. It's a must-do. Okay, picture this. You're on the East Coast, you're thinking hikes, you're probably imagining forests, maybe some rocky trails, right? But what if I told you you could hike across a massive, shifting, living sand dune? Yeah, a legit desert landscape right there in the Outer Banks of North Carolina. We're talking about Jockey's Ridge State Park. This place is wild. It's not your typical trail experience, and that's exactly what makes it so freaking cool. It's about embracing a totally different kind of outdoor adventure, one that involves a whole lot of sand. And when I say massive, I mean it. Jockey's Ridge is home to the tallest active sand dune system on the entire Atlantic coast. These aren't just little hills of sand, these are colossal mountains of golden grains, constantly being reshaped by the wind. Standing at the base and looking up, it's seriously impressive. You feel tiny. It makes you wonder where all this sand came from, how long it's been here, constantly moving, constantly changing. It's like a little piece of the Sahara decided to set up shop by the ocean. It's a geological marvel, right there for you to explore. Now here's the interesting part. There's no formal marked trail across the dunes themselves. And that's the beauty of it. You just wander. You pick a direction and you go. You forge your own path up the sandy slopes, across the windswept ridges. It's this incredible feeling of freedom, of exploration in its purest form. The sand shifts under your feet, sometimes soft and deep, sometimes packed firm by the wind. It's a workout for sure, climbing those dunes, but it's the fun kind of workout. the kind that makes you feel like a kid again, playing in the world's biggest sandbox. And because it's so open, so vast, it's incredibly easy and fun. There's no getting lost, really. You can pretty much always see where you're going or where you came from. It's low stress, high reward. You can go for a short little jaunt to the top of the nearest dune, or you can spend hours exploring the different peaks and valleys of this sandy kingdom. It's perfect for a spontaneous adventure, for when you just want to get out and experience something totally unique without a lot of planning or gear. If there's one absolute must-do at Jockey's Ridge, it's this. Watch the sunset from the top of the dunes. I'm telling you, it's an experience that will stick with you. As the sun starts to dip towards the Roanoke Sound on one side, and with the Atlantic Ocean on the other, the whole landscape just ignites. The sand glows gold, then orange, then pink. The sky puts on this incredible show. You're up high with these panoramic views all around you, the wind whipping gently, and it's just magical. It's one of those moments where you just sit and soak it all in and feel incredibly grateful to be right there, right then. This place is a true beginner's paradise, especially if you're chasing those big views without wanting a killer climb. Getting to the top of the main dunes? It takes some effort, sure, trudging through sand is no joke, but it's not technical, it's not scary. And the payoff is immediate and immense. You get these sweeping vistas that you'd normally associate with a much tougher mountain hike. It's maximum visual reward for relatively minimal, though definitely sandy effort. It's why people flock here, it's accessible awe. You don't need to be a seasoned mountaineer to feel on top of the world. And get this, it's totally barefoot friendly. In fact, a lot of people prefer to take off their shoes and feel the sand between their toes. There's something incredibly grounding about walking barefoot on the earth, and when that earth is a giant, warm sand dune, it's even better. The sand can be cool in the morning, warm in the afternoon. It's a sensory experience. You connect with the place in a really direct, tactile way. No expensive hiking boots required for this adventure, just a willingness to get a little sandy, which, let's be honest, is half the fun. Jockey's Ridge is also ridiculously family-friendly. Kids absolutely lose their minds here. It's a natural playground. They can run, they can roll, they can try to fly kites. It's a super popular spot for kiting, by the way. There's so much open space, so much freedom. It's the kind of place where memories are made, where you can just let go and have simple, uncomplicated fun. It's a reminder that sometimes the best adventures are the ones that don't require a lot of fuss, just a unique landscape and a sense of wonder. Alright, let's talk about the Appalachian Trail. The AT. Just saying the name, it sounds epic, right? Like this massive, untamed beast of a trail stretching from Georgia all the way to Maine. 2,000 miles of rugged wilderness, a challenge for only the most hardcore beard-growing, granola-eating thru-hikers. And yeah, it is all that. But here's the thing, the secret that not everyone gets. You don't have to conquer the whole monster to experience its magic. You don't need 6 months off work and a backpack the size of a small car. That's like saying you can't enjoy the ocean unless you swim across it. It's just not true. The Appalachian Trail, for most of us, for you, can be something entirely different. Think of it less as one single monolithic challenge and more like a massive, interconnected network of incredible day hikes, each with its own personality, its own views, its own little piece of that AT charm. You can dip your toes in, get a taste of that legendary path, and be back at your car by lunchtime. It's about accessibility, about breaking down this colossal idea into manageable, enjoyable chunks. It's about making this iconic piece of American landscape a part of your story, even if it's just for an afternoon. So, how do you even approach something so vast? You pick a spot, a beautiful, well-marked section, and you just go. It's not about the mileage, it's about the experience. It's about standing on that same trail where thousands have walked before, feeling that connection to a larger hiking community, to the history of the path itself. Imagine telling your friends, yeah, I hiked a piece of the Appalachian Trail this weekend. Sounds pretty cool, right? And it is. It's a huge confidence booster, especially if you're just starting out or think big trails are beyond your reach. This isn't about cheating the system or taking a shortcut to bragging rights. It's about smartly engaging with one of the world's most famous trails in a way that works for you. It's about understanding that adventure comes in all sizes. A 3-mile loop on the AT can be just as rewarding, just as soul-filling, as a 30-mile trek if you approach it with the right mindset. It's about opening yourself up to the possibility, shedding the intimidation, and realizing that this legendary trail has sections that are practically begging for beginners to come and explore. So, where are these beginner-friendly AT gateways? Well, take Bear Mountain in New York, for example. It's a classic. The trails there are well-maintained, the climbs can be moderate, and the views you get from the Perkins Memorial Tower? Absolutely stunning. You get that incredible Hudson Valley panorama, and you're right there, on the actual Appalachian Trail. It's accessible from the city, there's decent parking, and it's a place where you'll see families, seasoned hikers, and first-timers all sharing the same path. It's a perfect introduction, a real taste of what the AT offers, without overwhelming you. Then you've got the other end of the spectrum, way down south, Springer Mountain, Georgia. This is the southern terminus of the AT, the official start or end for those epic through hikes. But you don't have to be starting a months-long journey to experience it. There are shorter loops and access trails that let you stand on that summit, see that iconic plaque, and feel the significance of the spot. It's a bit more of a drive for some, but to say you've stood where so many epic journeys begin, that's a powerful feeling, a real connection to the heart and soul of the trail. Now, no matter which little slice of the AT you choose, the rules of the game are still the same, especially for day hikes. Pack light, but pack smart. Water is non-negotiable, seriously, always bring more than you think you'll need. Good, comfortable shoes are your best friends on any trail, and the AT is no exception. Snacks are crucial for keeping your energy up, and stick to the marked trails, especially in day-use areas. The AT is well marked for a reason. Respect the trail, respect the environment, and you'll have an amazing time. The big takeaway here is that the Appalachian Trail isn't just for the super athletes or the wilderness experts. It's for you. It's for anyone who wants to experience a piece of it. It's about changing your perspective. Realizing that even a small adventure on a big trail is still a big adventure. So, find a section near you, or plan a little road trip. Go out there, take those first steps, and officially become someone who's hiked the AT. You've got this. It's simpler, and way more rewarding than you probably imagine. Okay, let's shift gears completely. We've talked about rocky paths, coastal walks, even sand dunes. Now I want to introduce you to something different, something incredibly smooth and accessible. The Silver Comet Trail in Georgia. This isn't your typical rugged, route-covered hiking trail. Think of it more like a superhighway for pedestrians and cyclists, a beautifully paved path that glides through the Georgia landscape. Starting near Atlanta and stretching an impressive 61 miles all the way into Alabama, this trail redefines what getting out in nature can look like for a lot of people. The magic of a paved trail like the Silver Comet is its inclusivity. This is a path for literally everyone. Got a stroller? No problem. Want to teach your kid to ride a bike without worrying about them face-planting on a rock? Perfect. Using a wheelchair or mobility scooter and craving some fresh air and scenery? The Silver Comet welcomes you. It removes so many of the barriers that can keep people from enjoying the outdoors. It's smooth, it's generally flat, and it's incredibly well-maintained. It's proof that you don't need to be a mountain goat to have a fantastic outdoor experience. Now that 61-mile length might sound a bit daunting, like you've got to commit to some ultra-marathon. But that's the beauty of it. You absolutely don't. That length means options. It means variety. It means you can explore a tiny 1-mile segment one day, a 5-mile bike ride the next, and still have dozens of miles left to discover. It's not a challenge to be conquered in one go. It's a resource to be enjoyed piece by piece at your own pace whenever you feel like it. It's like having a massive linear park right on your doorstep. And speaking of doorsteps, the fact that it starts near Atlanta is huge. It's an incredible urban escape. You can be dealing with city traffic and noise one minute, and then, just a short drive later, you're gliding along this peaceful, tree-lined corridor. It's that immediate transition from urban sprawl to serene green space that makes trails like the Silver Comet so valuable. It's not some far-flung destination you have to plan an expedition to reach. It's right there, making nature incredibly easy to access for a huge number of people. The real genius of the Silver Comet Trail lies in its incredible customization. With trailheads dotted every few miles, you are completely in control of your adventure. You can literally pick your start point and your end point based on how much time you have, how much energy you've got, Or what kind of scenery you're in the mood for. Want a quick lunchtime stroll? Easy. Planning a longer weekend bike ride? Done. There's no pressure to do a certain distance. It's all about what works for you on that particular day. It's like a choose-your-own-adventure book, but with way better views and more fresh air. And what will you see? Is it just a boring strip of asphalt? Absolutely not. The Silver Comet winds its way through some really pretty parts of Georgia. You'll pass through lush forests alongside quiet streams and sometimes catch glimpses of small-town life as it skirts past local communities. There are historic markers along the way, remnants of the old railroad line that the trail follows. It's a journey through both nature and a little bit of local history. It's the kind of trail where the simple act of moving forward, whether you're walking, jogging, or cycling, becomes a meditative experience. One of the best things about the Silver Comet is the sense of safety and ease it provides. Because it's paved and well used, it's a great option if you're heading out solo. You're likely to see other people enjoying the trail, which can be comforting. There are often benches, restrooms at some trailheads, and clear signage. This isn't a trail where you need to worry about getting lost or navigating treacherous terrain. It's designed for enjoyment and accessibility, letting you focus on the experience itself rather than stressing about the logistics. It's just you and the open path ahead. And remember, the Silver Comet isn't just for walking. Dust off that bicycle. Grab your rollerblades or skateboard. This trail is a multi-use marvel. It encourages all kinds of movement. It's a place where families teach their kids to ride, where friends catch up on a leisurely stroll, where serious cyclists get their miles in, and where people just come to clear their heads. It's more than just a trail. It's a community hub, a green artery that promotes health, connection, and the simple joy of being outside. It's a true gem. So, there you have it. A whole bunch of incredible spots, hidden gems, and easy-to-love trails all up and down the East Coast, just waiting for you to explore them. Whether you're lacing up hiking boots for the very first time in your life, feeling a little nervous but excited, or you're a seasoned pro just looking for a low-stress way to get out and soak up some nature without a massive production, these trails offer that perfect blend. They're your ticket to adventure, scaled to fit your life, right now. Remember, the biggest, hardest step is always just getting out the front door. Once you do that, the trail takes over. And look, the whole reason I, Emily, wanted to share all this with you, the core idea behind this entire video is to hammer home one simple truth. Hiking isn't some exclusive, high-altitude club reserved for the ultra-fit or the super-adventurous. It's for everyone. Every single person. It's not about how fast you conquer a summit or how many miles you can crush in a day. Forget that competitive mindset. This is about being. It's about feeling the earth under your sneakers, breathing in air that doesn't taste like exhaust fumes, and actually seeing the world around you. Taking your sweet time, enjoying the views, noticing the little things, a weird mushroom, a cool bird, the way the light hits the leaves. Let the East Coast work its quiet magic on you. It's got this subtle, unassuming beauty that can genuinely surprise you and make your day. So, the big question I've got for you now is, which one of these trails are you hitting up first? No, seriously, I want to know. Drop it in the comments below. Did the waterfalls at Great Falls Park catch your eye? Or are you dreaming about those epic sand dunes at Jockey's Ridge? Maybe the thought of saying you've hiked a piece of the Appalachian Trail is calling your name, sharing your plans, your own favorite beginner spots. That's how we all discover new places and get inspired. This community, right here in the comments, it's all about pushing each other gently to get out there. And hey, if this list gave you some good ideas, if it sparked that little flame of adventure, then you know the drill, do all the YouTube things. Give this video a thumbs up, it really helps. Definitely hit that subscribe button because trust me, there's always more to share, more trails to explore. And like I said, I really want to hear about your go-to beginner hike in the comments. But most importantly, more than any click or comment, pack some water, make absolutely sure your shoes are comfortable. I can't stress this enough, comfy shoes are life and just get out there. Go find your trail. We'll see you out there.